Hello, welcome to the Weather Hazard Briefing issued by National Weather Service Pocatello for Monday, February 12th. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. We have a weak winter storm that will move through Montana. However, its southern end will slide across the northern half of our forecast area. That will mean a skiff of snow in the central Idaho mountains and a skiff to around 2 inches in the highlands north of Palisades Reservoir. And there is a warming trend compared to yesterday as we will be under a southwesterly airflow. Another winter storm arrives for Tuesday night through Wednesday, and this weak wave will move through the high pressure with once again little to no precipitation expected. There is a much wetter storm that will arrive Wednesday night, continue into Thursday night. Okay, here's a satellite image showing what's going on in the northern Pacific. You see just a series of three lows that we're going to see here in the next 4 days or so. And this is the wettest one right here. You can kind of tell because of the more intense green areas of high moisture content air. Looking closer to home, you can see we just have some clouds sliding over us. Not a whole lot of stratus or fog, but a lot of that is because it's shielded by this cloud deck here that's higher up made of ice clouds. And so there is, as you can see, just before it disappeared, there was some here in the sort of the northeast corner of our forecast area where you could see some low stratus and possibly some fog, especially in the higher elevations going over the passes. Okay, here's our weather risk outlook. For today, the light snow should be limited to just portions of the Sawtooth area and the eastern highlands. So the further north you go, a little bit better chance for some snow. On Tuesday, that will start to slide further south. We're looking for a slight chance of snow, and that would be morning snow, changing over to rain for the Snake Plain, for the southeast highlands. Light snow once again in the eastern highlands. Only a slight chance of snow in the western half of the Sawtooth area on Tuesday. And then you can see our storm on Wednesday. A chance of some afternoon rain for the Magic Valley, so a lot of the lower elevations will be rain. Here in the Snake Plain, it will change. It will start out maybe as snow, change all the way over to rain. The places, though, where it will really accumulate, you got to have some elevation because it's very mild but moist air coming in. So the southeast highlands, the eastern highlands, Wood River area, and the Sawtooth area, that's where we're expecting where we would probably have some sort of advisory or maybe even a winter storm warning in effect. In the Lost River area, some afternoon snow as it filters over. The same thing with Lemhi County, but less impactful. And on Thursday, a lot more snow as it becomes more widespread. Although you can see it's rain here in the Magic Valley and in the South Hills, and the light snow is for limited times in the evening and morning hours for the Snake Plain. Should stay still pretty intense in the eastern highlands all the way from Montana to the Utah border. And on Friday, you can see the light snow will continue in those same locations. Again, the eastern highlands from border to border. Elsewhere, just a slight chance of some morning snow, and then it should dry off for a little bit. All right, so let's see how this all evolves. Here's today. Again, high pressure is pretty much in control. There's just some limited areas of snow and maybe even some rain-snow mix here in portions of our area. And here's where the snow will be. So you can see it's basically limited to the high elevations, though going over into Montana, north of Salmon. Once again, on the border on US 21 there, and then going over through Island Park into Montana as well. This afternoon, it spreads further south as this is sort of the peak of the storm will be the afternoon and evening hours. You see, it's still not very much, though. Most of the locations that are recording snow, it's still less than an inch. And then you can see it starts to recede here in the evening, and then overnight it really lightens up. And this would be the total amount of snow through midnight tonight. You can see really the only accumulations that get to an inch or more, fairly limited, in places going over into Wyoming and into Montana here in Lemhi County. All right, the high temperatures today, you can see why. Look how mild it is. We're looking at mid 40s for the eastern Magic Valley and even upper 30s and lower 40s here in the Snake River Plain, at least the southern half of it. And by the time you get to Idaho Falls, anywhere north of there, you're looking at being right around freezing in the Snake River Plain. Elsewhere, we'll struggle to get above 30 too, the freezing mark. Here's low temperatures for tonight. You can see single digits and teens in the central Idaho mountains, but still here where the clouds will linger, we keep fairly mild temperatures, although still getting below freezing for all locations in the lower elevations. So that's why you could see some snow, especially places where it'll get colder faster. All right, here's day 2. You can see it's snow is developing once again as this second low comes in. Again, it's not much though. You can see here the light snow, except for over the passes going in Wyoming, where it gets to 1 to 2 inches during the morning hours. Tuesday evening, you can see it develops here over central Idaho mountains now. So this is sort of where it really, that second storm sort of kicks in as it moves in, whereas the morning hours it was pretty much leftovers from the previous low. And then here by Tuesday afternoon, you can see it's very much limited to the eastern highlands north of Montpelier. And then Tuesday overnight, as we turn colder, again, though really light snow, most of this is all below 1 inch. Here's the snow for the 24 hours of Tuesday. You can see significant snow really is limited to areas along Route 75, and then in all the passes going over into Wyoming. And really, as you go north into Montana, it's not quite as bad, although still accumulating slightly. High temperatures for Tuesday, actually a little bit warmer, with Rexburg getting above freezing, and most of the Snake River Plain until you get into the Du Bois and Ashton areas should be, getting above freezing. All right, and then overnight lows, you can see with the cloud cover, a lot fewer teens where the cloud cover stays in, which is mostly in the lower elevations in the central Idaho mountains here that border the Snake River Plain, and then all of the southern and eastern highlands should stay fairly mild with the cloud cover. Okay, and then finally, the third storm, and this will be the biggest storm. You can see a lot of it's snow, and then some mixed precipitation. So here's the 24-hour total, midnight to midnight on Wednesday. You can see where it'll accumulate the most will be areas to the west of State Route 75, but even in the Stanley Basin, Sun Valley, and the Haley areas, it's 2 to 4 inches. Over going into Wyoming is where it's going to be heaviest. And that's mostly because as this comes through, the wind will shift from being southwest to more west, which does help the more the air flows 90 degrees to the spine of the mountain range. You get more effective precipitation production. So you can see quite a bit here, 4 to 6 inches in Driggs, at least right now. Teton Pass 8 to 12, which is why we may have some winter storm warnings out. The most likely area though would be the northeast highlands. Here are the wind gusts as well on Wednesday, which may add some of the lower accumulations. If it's like 6 to 10, may end up being a winter storm warning just because of the drifting and blowing snow we'll have with these kind of gusts. You can see nothing really big. All the gusts staying for the most part below 30 miles an hour, with some tiny exceptions here probably on the tops of mountain ranges. And here's Wednesday night where it sort of continues. So this is it's a long event of snow and wind to help drift the snow. High temperatures on Wednesday, though, when you get into the afternoon, you can see the temperatures are dropping. just a little bit, not too much. And then overnight lows with all the cloud cover, you can see a lot of places. It's going to be an all rain event once you hit Thursday into Thursday morning. So the only time that you'll have some snow would be Wednesday morning, Wednesday morning as the storm starts coming in. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number here. Check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.